Good afternoon, folks. This is Big Daddy coming at you. I'm over here in the woods as usual, my usual spot out here in the baseball field, just chilling out with the birds who are sitting. I wish I had a camera right now. They're all sitting here just chilling on the damn on the door. Okay, I have it open, or they just flew off. I've been sitting out here just watching them, just chilling, communing with my beautiful nature, talking with my son. I just got off the phone with him, and I just want to talk to you. The other day I can't even talk right now. I'm kind of upset right now. I'm not gonna lie. Really want to talk to y'all real quick about reality checks. See, right now he gave me a reality check about some stuff that happened in the past. He told me some stuff that happened between him and certain friends, certain family. And after we got off the phone together, I've been sitting here just contemplating, thinking about all the stuff that he told me, about all the shit talking, all the guilt, the false words, all of that. Now, I like to think I'm changing into a better person, into a more loving, kind person. I've been working on this version of Philip for quite some time now. I'm doing my best to honor him, to really just fall into who he is, just surrendering to this cool ass cat. And surrendering to him means stop the violence bullshit, because our family has a really nasty habit of falling into violence when shit happens. The stuff that he told me makes me want to get back into that old Philip, because I don't like what he told me. Not one damn bit. And I don't even want to talk about it on air, but let's just say that I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to fall back into who that old Philip was, because my reality check is right now just falling into what new Philip would do. Sometimes, man, I can hear in the back of my head, sometimes you just got to let it go. It's just words. As long as they didn't do it, let them talk all that shit. And I'm like, no, you're right. You're right, new Philip. You're right. You're absolutely right. Don't fall back into that old person who will cost you everything. You see, right now, falling back into old Philip, well, right now, I'm not going to lie, folks, because what I want to do is going to land me in jail. It's going to land me where my son's at right now. It's going to land a whole bunch of people fucking hurt. I don't want to do that no more. So I'm just going to let it go, because it was just words. But it's just the fact that this person said this to my son. I'm doing my best. I'm not going to lie. I'm doing my best. I'm thinking happy thoughts, good thoughts. I'm thinking about how far I've come. I'm thinking about all the stuff that I had to let go of in order to step into this new Philip, who wants to be loving and kind, who wants to be just a better person all the way around. But, you know, when it comes to your kids, if you have kids, when it comes to your kids, you don't give a damn how far back it goes. You don't want no one to fuck with them. And someone fucked with mine in a way that I see it as betrayal. I see it as the shit needs to get dealt with, but new Philip is like, remember what you'll lose. You can't do what's right being where your son's at. So just fall back, take a deep breath, take a nice long walk, and let it the fuck go. I'm like, all right, cool. What else can I do, Mr. New Philip? He said, it's time to go. You don't have to wait a year. You don't have to wait, however long that you think to settle in to where you want to go. Start preparing now. It's time to go before you fall back into that old routine, the old patterns. And he's right. So I'm just going to start getting affairs in order. Well, I already sent off for my license transfer. I've already done different things in order to make sure that I get out of here. I was taking steps to get out of here in a year, paying off bills, doing this, doing that. But I can pay off bills over there, being close to my son. I can do all that, fall back where I feel safe and protected, at peace. The temptation not be there anymore. Feel me? Temptation, Flagstaff is just too much damn there. Flagstaff just has too much damn temptation to go back to my old shit. That's how bad Flagstaff has gotten. But you can't exist somewhere where there's sickness that caused the sickness. You can't grow. You can, but it's a constant fight. It's a constant struggle. And I'm kind of done with that. I really want to step into this new Philip, y'all. I really do. because I thinking back, I remember how I was. I remember what some of the shit I did. And no, it happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. But I should know better now. I should know not to do that shit now. And I haven't. I don't do that shit no more. None of that old janky ass shit. I got my hormones in check. I got my emotions in check. We'll do my best. But there's those things that come back and test you. And I really feel it's part of everybody's reality check. Are you really who you say you are? Have you really grown this much? Have you really stepped into this new person that you're trying to become? Have you really embraced your struggle that you're currently undergoing? So that way it's not a struggle anymore. You fall into this new person without having to struggle. It's just like, it's you. When you fall into the new you, there's no struggle. You just are. That's the point I'm trying to get. That's the point where I really feel like I'm coming into. And I just don't want to be that way no more, folks. I really don't. I see too many people who still, they say, well, no, I ain't changing for nobody. Then you know what? I'm sorry, I can't hang around you no more. Oh, I can't do this for anybody. Then, then don't. No one's asking you to. Just don't ask anyone to change because you refuse to grow and learn or anything like that. There's a lot of folks around us. We all have that. We all have those few friends who do that shit. We all know people who just do that, period. Remain you. If you're working on good shit in your life, keep working on the good shit in your life. Get rid of those things, the people, places, things that no longer serve you as that old you that you're trying to get away from. I know some people have always told me, well, you can never get away from the old you. You just outgrow it. And that's very true. Because sometimes there's things that's going to happen that's going to test you to go back to that old way, just like right now. I got to realize that, yes, it's the past. Let it go. The shit happened. Let it go. I'm trying to let it go. Does it irk me? Yes, it does. Do I want to go do something? Oh, fucking absolutely. I'm just venting, raging right now because I know tomorrow I'll be like, you're good, Big Daddy. You're good. You ain't got to do that shit. You ain't got to go in that direction anymore. Remember what you will lose. And I can't afford to lose anything that's going to help. Well, yeah, that will help me lose my son. I don't want to do that no more. No, I've lost 5 years with him. I don't want to lose the rest of my life. Neither one of us want to lose the rest of our life. So it's time. It's just time to go. It's just time to move on. It's just time to leave the place that causes me sickness. It's time to leave. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it real soon. I just can't afford to lose anymore. Sure, I'll have my losses still, but I can't afford to lose, if you know what I mean. Know what I mean, folks? I really hope y'all are moving on. I hope all of you are conquering your reality checks that you're facing in your life right now. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things in your life right now that's causing you to face those reality checks. And I ain't talking about no goddamn stupid politics or no shit like that. If you have to rely on politics or a politician or anything that's going to cause you that much grief, that much strife, you're not handling your business. You're not handling what you're supposed to. I had to learn that the hard way about a lot of things lately. My reality checks. You feel me? I refuse to let shit like that just jack me up anymore. I refuse, man. I can't. As you can tell, you see what it does in my mental state. And I do want to tell y'all really bad what happened. But I also know that there's people who listen in now just to see if I'm talking about them. That's fine. Listen in. Shit, shoot my numbers up. It's all good. Will I ever confront those people about what happened with my son? Why? What's done is done. I'm learning that what's done is done. It's best that I just move the fuck on. I've learned that from one of my cousins lately. You can't change the past. They can do things around you to your environment, but they can never change what's truly deep in your heart and what's in your mind. We were talking about Flagstaff, and my cousin said, hey, they can gentrify Flagstaff all they want to, but they can't gentrify our memories or the heart or our hearts of this place. They can never truly gentrify the South Side as long as we remain loving to this place. Thank you, Johnny. I really needed that. I really did when you told me that. And I translate that into different things now. And it works. Yeah. It's working right now. I fucking feel better. I really do. It's like it just lifted off my damn shoulders. And I hate feeling this way too, because I just got a damn massage. I don't want to be like other people where they're like, they get a massage and they answer their fucking phone and you can see him. I just see him just tense up all over again. I'm like, you just wasted your damn money. You wasted an hour of your time. Damn. Don't do that to yourself. And I just had to remember, don't do that to myself, Phil. You just had to, something good. Don't fuck it up. And plus, too, here's how I know my major reality check is that divine timing stepped in. As me and my son were talking about all this stuff, when he was talking to me about a lot of things that he learned over the years that people were telling him and that he was telling me, he couldn't hear me talk anymore because he wanted to know about certain things. So as I was talking to him, he kept saying, Dad, I can't hear you, Dad. And I had moved away from the car, like way away from the car, like down the street. But he still couldn't hear me. Even though I could hear him perfectly, he couldn't hear me anymore. And I stopped and I was like, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be talking about this. Divine intervention is stepping in like, hey, no. Where he's at right now, he's good. Either one of you need to talk about this. Stop it. I'm not letting you communicate with him. We would talk about comedy and stuff like that, but when I would try to talk about that stuff again, bam, folks, he couldn't hear me. It's just like it completely zoned, like the phone just completely kept cutting out. So I was like, know what, son, we're going to stop talking about this. You can't hear me. Let's call me back in a couple of hours. Call me back in a couple of hours. We'll talk about something else. Because I'm going to be at the house and I don't want to talk any of that shit there because then I start feeling bad and I'm like, I'm done with all that. He goes, no, Dad, you're right. He goes, yeah, divine intervention was just stepping in for us to be quiet. I said, yes, it was, son. So there you go. Divine intervention steps in at the craziest times or at the most useful, blessed times. So thank you, divine intervention. Folks, I'm getting off this phone. God damn it. See how flustered I am right now? I'll be all right, folks. I'm just going to get off this because I have to go take care of some stuff before the evening hits. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for chiming in, with your questions and stuff like that y'all been hitting me up on my email address or my Instagram. Thank you. Yeah, I told you I love Q&A. I'm going to do another huge Q&A here real soon, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be one that you least expect. Some of these Q&A questions I've been getting lately in the email have been about sex and stretching. I'm like, oh, okay, I can answer this shit. I can deal with this, boy. I actually had a podcast like that before when I was with C Plus Studios. It was almost an hour long Big Daddy Forever about sex and stretch. And we actually jumped online, was looking at different things from the Stretch to Win Institute. Shout out to Stretch to Win. We look on the website about sexing and sexing it up, shit, and stretching. Boy, it was a good podcast. I want to do something like that again real soon. Matter of fact, next one will be that. Cool. I'm out. Love you all. I got to go to the bathroom. As always, mwah! Peace.